आप देख रहे हैं नेट्रिक न्यूज, साहस सच कहने का।
पूजा मेरे साथ मौजूद है। सबसे पहले नेटवर्क न्यूज़ में आपका स्वागत है। सबसे पहले मैं आपको जानना चाहूँगी आपका एक्सपीरियंस अबाउट बिग बॉस।
Well, Big Boss, I would say, was a crazy journey. Big Boss के जो मेकर्स हैं वो दिल्ली वालों जैसे हैं, जैसे मैं आपको बता रही थी। वो झगड़े कराते हैं और पीछे बैठ के हंसते हैं और मज़े लेते हैं। तो रियली दिल्लीइट्स शुड बी इनवाइटेड ऑन बिग बॉस ऑन प्रायोरिटी, क्योंकि उनका भी ऐसे ही दिमाग चलता है यहाँ. बट अदर देन दैट इट्स नॉट एन ईजी शो टू बी ऑन, you know, because it rides on controversy and sensationalism, and the contestants are the guinea pigs, you know. तो हम लोग पे experiment ऐसी tasks दी जाती हैं जिसमें हम लोग झगड़े कर बैठते हैं और somebody you know falls in love with each other or somebody starts crying. तो it has a lot of ups and downs, and you have to be really thick-skinned to survive that environment, which unfortunately I wasn't at that time, because I'm a very sensitive and emotional person. So it was that much tougher for me, because it take everything to my heart and feel upset and start crying. Although the audience never got to see me crying, because I'm not that kind of a person who seeks sympathy by her tears by crying in public. But under the sheets and in the washroom, I was crying a lot.
तो अभी बिग बॉस का सीज़न चल रहा है और क्या कहना चाहेंगे, आप फॉलो कर रही हैं उसे?
जी हाँ, मैंने थोड़ा बहुत फॉलो किया. एक्चुअली मैंने 3 किताबें लिखी हैं. वन इज़ एन ऑटोबायोग्राफी, व्हाट्स इन अ नेम, एवरीथिंग, यू वर नॉट बॉर्न टू बी मीडियोकर. And the second one is a self-help book, which kind of gives you the roadmap and guideline to be a reality show star yourself. Whenever I go for events, I meet a lot of enthusiasts who want to know more, because secretly somewhere they want to be reality show stars too. So I've literally put it out there, a book which is tailor-made for anybody who has aspirations to be a reality show star. The whole guidelines, the whole roadmap. I wish I would have read that book before I went inside Big Boss, because I'm sure I would have very much been a finalist, if not the winner. तो जो मेरे लिए किसी ने नहीं किया, मैंने तो गलतियाँ कर करके सीखा है. I would want to do that for my audience, for my fans, for my well-wishers, for my friends out there. And I was telling you about my books, and the third book is Hotter Than You, which is basically a story about a girl who's been denied a personal life for the longest time. She's not allowed to get into relationships, she's not allowed to get married, and uski khushi kisi ko dekhi nahi jati. And I think she, which is me, deserves all the happiness, because it's about time. I just lost my father, so I've been very depressed. So instead of sinking into chronic depression, I started writing, because writing is therapeutic. So I've been so busy with my book launches. I had one at Marwa, I had one in Jaipur. I haven't got the time to watch Big Boss, but I did watch a couple of episodes, and I saw Anup ji. I've done a song in his movie, Hum Baja Baja Denge. I'd done an item number called Tilismi. So I saw him there, and that's what kind of gravitated me to watch a little bit more of it, because I know him personally. And a lot of other contestants, and I saw that the theme was about jodis and pairs. So I was like, they're trying to do something different. Although I like previous season's theme more, where they were, literally putting a common man next to a celebrity. I felt that for once, Big Boss was really trying to be fair and punctuate equality in life. So I really liked last season's theme. This season's theme is nice, but I don't know, the couples are like, they need to drive the show. They need to drive the show a little bit more in an interesting way, you know. That's it.
Okay. Would you like to comment on Me Too? Because right now हमने देखे बहुत सारे केसेस सामने आए हैं. So what's your opinion in that कि ऐसी चीज़ें इंडस्ट्री में एग्जिस्ट करती हैं, and how do you personally feel that?
Well, yes, I have faced the Me Too campaign. I've faced all the things that the Me Too campaign pioneers. And that is not only sexual abuse, it's also influential families getting together and targeting a helpless girl, which has been my case for the longest time. You know, they're clannish, they don't let you in, they won't let you be a part of Bollywood, and whatever movies I was confirmed for as a main lead actress or a parallel lead actress, they used to keep on robbing it. They used to keep on stealing my work and giving it within their circles. And that left me heartbroken, because even today when I think back, I get tears in my eyes, thinking, where would I been by now had they not interfered in my career? And that wasn't the case only with the movies that I had been confirmed for. That was also the case with the sponsors who wanted to support me, the channels who took the initiative to reach out to me and lend a helping hand. Whosoever supported me, there would be a tug of war that would begin. Nahi ye mera hai, nahi ye mera hai. And I mean, whatever brand endorsements I got initially, like the Durian Furniture story, which I've kind of spoken in elaborate details on in my Bombay press conference, I got like literally a call saying that what's my share in it. So if I don't give you a share in every project that I do, you're gonna keep on stealing my movies and isolating me and not letting me in an industry which offered me a movie when I was in 8th grade. When I was 13 years old, I was destined to be an actress. And you tried every stunt in the book to stop me from becoming what I need to become, what God put me on earth to become. So what do? I was left with only two options. Either commit suicide, because if I go out there, struggle, give auditions and get confirmed for a movie, it'll automatically get stolen and be awarded to Salman Khan's girlfriends or somebody in Sonakshi Sinha's circles, who she can benefit from, right? So I was almost suicidal. But I always believe that God has gifted me with gray cells, brains. So instead of doing something self-destructive so as to ending my life, I decided to start my own production company, which I started 7 years back, And ever since then, I've been making web series called Love Sutra, which has been on air on Hungama Play app, and we had 4 million downloads. We've got a proposal from Etisalat, the Middle Eastern mobile network. We've got a proposal from Singtel in Singapore, a mobile network there. They want to air it on their entertainment app because it's totally in English and it's very funny and it's very sexy and it just helps a person unwind because we're talking about some serious relationship issues, but in a fun, light-hearted way.
So would you like to comment, like, if there is particularly someone who is just getting all this work and you are not getting that work,
No, it's so sad. It's like I go out there into the field, into the market, into the industry.
Would you like to name somebody?
Yeah, no, obviously, isn't it obvious it's two influential Bollywood families? I mean, it was very much Sonakshi Sinha and a family who were doing this to me, stealing sponsors, demanding a share in my projects, and if I wouldn't give it, they'd just steal the movie altogether and award it to Salman Khan's family because Salman Khan gave her a break. And the weirdest thing of all, I was offered the Bang 1 before Sonakshi Sinha.
Okay.
And they waved their black magic wand around me and made me refuse it. And I would probably say that was the biggest mistake of my life, because I would say Salman Khan's family were the first to offer me a concrete Bollywood film which went on to win a national award. But because of the black magic surrounding me, they made me hit the axe on my leg. And had I said yes to that film, I think they wouldn't have gone anti-me, because they took it on the ego that I refused it. Although I was very polite about it. I said that you can take Malaika. She's a beautiful girl. She's from your family, right? So I just wish things would have turned in such a way that all my supporters only became my enemies. So you can understand that there was somebody who was in my close friends circle who was turning everybody who actually wanted to support me and appreciated my hard work and talent against me. सबको मेरा दुश्मन बना दिया गया. वही लोग जो मुझे कॉल करके मूवीज ऑफर्स करते थे. तो आप समझ सकते हैं, मैं कुछ पैरासाइट्स, नेगेटिव लोगों से सराउंडेड थी जिन्होंने मुझे बुरी तरह से मैनिपुलेट किया, खिलौना बनाया अपने बेनिफिट्स के लिए, अपने hoarding, freeloading के लिए. So I think this is all very, very wrong, and it's about time it came out in the open. I'll tell you why. I'm not enjoying defaming anybody or bad mouthing or anybody. I don't like that because I'm too dignified and too polished and refined for that shit. But if I don't identify my problem, if I don't declare it to the universe, this is how I was, kept back and kept under wraps and hidden forcefully, it's never going to get resolved. You have to identify your problem. You have to declare it to the universe. This is my problem. This is what's holding me back. And then only do the blockages start to disappear, And that's the sole reason why I'm talking about it, because given a choice, I would much rather keep a stoic silence, but then I can't take it anymore because they're still continuing doing all that. So it has to end, and to end it, you have to talk about it.
Thank you for joining us. We'll meet next time with another story with camera person Rajesh Tiwari, Tanisha Puri, Network News.
हमारे साथ जुड़े रहने के लिए हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, साथ ही बेल आइकन को दबाएं। नेटवर्क न्यूज की खबरें सबसे पहले देखने के लिए